Hey guys, this is Not Lammers of Invoked 101. Welcome back. This is the first time I'm doing a face cam in a couple of videos. That's fun. Anyways, as you guys can see, this is Drytron. So that's what we're going to be taking a look at today. This is one of those deck profiles that kind of got held back by the mail. There was a lot of issues with a seller. I still am sorting out the issues with that guy because I ordered stuff on the 18th. And I still haven't got it, and it's the 13th of the next month of January. So I've messaged him, I've asked for a refund so I can order from a different seller, but I don't know if he's gotten back to me yet. He didn't get back to me the day before yesterday, so I messaged him again yesterday. So hopefully I'll be able to get the Magistus profile out for you guys soon, but who knows? Anyways, this is Drytron's. Big shout out to Ryan. If you guys know Gar of YGO, the guy who I sometimes do videos with, his brother sent me the last few pieces I needed for this deck, so super big shout out to him for mailing those to me. And they got here super quick. He threw tracking on there just because he knew that I was having trouble with another seller. So we talked that out and we got something worked out for him. So I'm excited. Anyways, this is one of those decks that's really cool, and I know Mio's kind of excited to take a crack at it. And with that said, before we get into it, if you feel like supporting the channel, down in the description, there's a few links you can use, including joining the Discord and checking out that Teespring. Yeah, with that all said, let's get into the monsters. So starting off, our main deck is, of course, triple Drytron Alpha Thuban. Alpha Thuban is the ritual monster searcher, so all the Drytrons share a couple things, which is that you tribute a ritual or Drytron monster to special them, and they have to be specialed like that way. They must be specialed by Drytron effect. It's not one of those must first be. And then they do a thing whenever they're summoned, like search a ritual monster, search a ritual spell, etc. And then they say you can't special summon monsters that can be normal summoned for the rest of the turn. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah. Alpha is the one who when you tribute a ritual monster for his summon, you get to search a ritual monster. So pretty cool. After that, we have Zeta, which Zeta is the ritual spell searcher, correct? Yeah, tribute a Drytron or ritual monster, special summon this card in defense, then you can add a ritual spell. Yep. So 3 of him, he's really good. Gamma, oh, they can also summon themselves from hand or grave. I want to mention that. All of the Drytrons can summon from hand or grave. Gamma is really cool. Gamma has the ability to, when he gets summoned, you get to summon back a Drytron from grave with him, which is kind of neat. And then for the last Drytron, we only played 10. 10 Drytrons is like right where it is. Double Delta Altaeus. And his effect is you can reveal a ritual monster or ritual spell in your hand. If you do, draw a card. So that's kind of cool. If you're just popping off and searching and you happen to get this guy back, you can get a free draw as well. So that's kind of nice. But that's it for the Drytrons. No beta, because beta isn't very good. I believe he recovers banished ones, which almost doesn't come up. But if you want to play beta, I would cut Delta to 1 and play the 1 beta over him. I would not play more than 10 Drytrons because then it gets too much. But yeah. That's it for the Drytron monsters. Moving into the fairies, kind of our fairy package. We are playing triple Lancia, and I've kind of put these out of order here. But we're playing 3 Lancia because it's searchable, and it's also like one of the better hand traps this format. We're also playing double Herald of the Orange Light. So I was only able to do this deck profile today because Ryan sent me one of these, and then earlier today I was looking for enemy controllers, and I found another Herald, and I have no clue how I got it. I don't know where it came from because I never bought this structure deck, but I have a Herald from the structure deck. So it's just really strange to me that like it just kind of showed up out of nowhere. But yeah, so double orange Herald. You can play 3 if you want to. I also play the 1 purple. I do have a green. I've thought about playing green, but I'm not super sold on it just yet. But yeah, 2 orange and a purple. I think 2 is fine, and then the 1 purple is also fine. And then of course the 1 Ava, this is another card, same with the purple. Ryan hooked me up with, I believe, this chunk in this deck, I think is what it was. I think he sent me 4 cards in total, and that was the chunk he contributed right there. So big shout out, because these are some pretty key parts to finishing the deck. Ava is really cool. If you don't know what Ava does, if this card is sent to graveyard, you can banish up to 2 other light fairy monsters from your graveyard, from your field or grave, and then add the same number of level 2 or lower light fairies with different names from your deck to your hand, except Ava. So she's really cool for that, just being able to search more stuff, specifically getting Herald for monster negates or purple for, what's it called? Trap negates. So really cool right there. Then for our one-ofs, 1 Dawn Knight, of course, 1 Manju, and 1 Vanity's Ruler. So pretty standard, the usual suspects right there for our normal summons, but this is mainly just so that way we can send other stuff. That's it for the, I guess, the normal effect monsters, I guess. The next bit is the ritual monsters. So moving into those, we of course are playing 3 Cyber Angel Benton. I don't know why like everything clogged there for a second. But yeah, 3 Benton for the searching, because whenever she's tributed, you get to search a light fairy, which is really cool. Then I'm playing 1 Draconids. I like playing the Draconids. I know some people don't like main decking him. I think main decking him is really cool because he can be targeted by monster effects. And then on top of that, he can attack everything once each. He's 4K. He's kind of hard to deal with, and I believe he gets to nuke the board too. Card attack. During your opponent's turn, quick effect, banish monsters from graveyard, 2,000 or 4,000, target 1 face-up card for every 2,000, send those cards to graveyard. Yeah, so that's really cool. I like him, and I get it, like, it's like, oh, well, it needs 2 Drytrons. It's like, he's good, though. Speaking of big things that only need 1 Drytron, I play 1 Ultimateness. This is a thing that Gara got me on, and yeah, I like the 1 Ultimateness in the deck. Being able to negate, like, anything just for discarding Lancias is pretty cool. Lancias, Bentons. Oh, you know what else I'm forgetting? I'm forgetting a Natasha. There's no Natasha in my deck. There should be, but I don't own one. But there should be a Natasha. I'll give you a card you can replace for Natasha. Real quick. So I play 3 preparations of rights. 1 of these should be Natasha. But if you really don't want to play the Draconids, you could play Natasha instead of her. I completely forgot that I needed Natasha for the deck. That aside, alright. Moving right along. Now that we've covered the Natasha. 1 Meteonis Drytron. This is a really cool card that the deck it's the ritual spell, and it's able to add itself back by dropping a Drytron monster by 1,000. So that's kind of cool. And it's also just super useful overall, just to be able to ritual summon twice in 1 turn and also recover itself. You only need 1. I know some people are playing DD Crow for this, but honestly, like, once you get the Vanity's Ruler out, it's kind of GG. And you can also just continue with your plays. And once the Drytrons get their Xyz monster, because they got an Xyz monster of all things, which was kind of cool, it's definitely going to be really cool. Like, you won't even need this at that point, if it does get DD Crowed. So then we're playing triple Fafnir. Fafnir is able to search a Drytron spell or trap on activation. And then it says, and then it, like, magical meltdowns for ritual spells. So, like, your ritual spells can't be negated, and effects can't be activated when they're summoned? Once per turn, if a ritual monster is summoned face up while you control a Drytron, you can reduce that monster's level by 1 per 1,000 of current attack. That's weird. I don't fully understand that, but, like, I get it. It's so that way, like, you can ritual into more stuff, but, you know, whatever. After that, the card you're going to be searching off Fafnir, 3 Drytron Nova. Kind of hard to see there. And this is just Drytron E-Telly. It's a special summon a Drytron monster from your deck, but destroy it during the end phase. You can only activate 1 Nova per turn. You can't special summon monsters except monsters that cannot be normal summons /set the turn you activate this card. I think it's really cool that in Genesis Impactors, we got 2 decks that got 2 E-Tellys. Like, so Drytron got an E-Telly, and Evil Twin got an E-Telly, but Magistus didn't get one. And it's kind of like, why didn't Magistus get an E-Telly? That's kind of weird that Magistus just was left out. The other 2 decks in the box got E-Tellys, but I mean, sure, you got a discard for the Evil Twin one, but that one's quick play. That one's quick play, and it locks you a little harder than the Nova does, so. But yeah, that's it for the Drytron spells and traps. The Novas, the Fafnirs, I like playing them like that. One called by, one terraforming. You don't have to play the terraforming. I play it because I like seeing Fafnir. It's also a good Ash negate or Ash bait. 3 emergency. This is the Rhoda for the deck. This is also a Rhoda for Cyber Dragons. But because all the Drytrons can't be normal summon / set, and they're all light machines, they just so happen to work with this card. Which I guarantee was on purpose. It was to make the deck more consistent. And like I mentioned earlier, I play 3 Preparation of Rites. One of these should be a Natasha, as mentioned earlier. But yeah. And this is the Search Bentons. This is, yeah, it's the Search Benton. It can also search Natasha if I had one. And this is where I'd put Natasha if I had one. Anyways, moving into the extra deck. It's not a full extra deck. I want to say that right now. It's not a full extra deck. And that's only because Drytrons are really... They don't dip into their extra deck a lot. So like the stuff that you do play is kind of interesting and different. Like you can realistically play whatever you want. But some stuff that I highly recommend, there's the main card you want to play is Union Carrier. This is like the mandatory card, the most mandatory card right here, because you equip Dawn Knight to it, and then Dawn Knight can help you get another Drytron in the grave, which helps get your engine going. So Union Carrier is a good boy. The other things that like I play as far as links go, and I think this is definitely another really good one for Drytrons, is the Geonator Transverser. This is a really cool card for Drytron, being able to snatch steal a monster, just swap them, give your opponent this piddly little whatever, and then steal something, and then also gain life points off Natasha using this is pretty cool. I play one Herald of the Mirage Lights. I like Mirage Light Herald. I think he's okay. He's kind of just another, if we can't make ultimateness, then we make Mirage Lights. This only negates spells and traps though, which kind of sucks. And then one Phoenix, one Unicorn. There should be a Cerberus in here, but I apparently am low on Cerberuses. But yeah. And then for the extra deck, we're playing one Kiki Nagashi Fuko or Fucko, whatever you want to call him. I actually don't know what he does. All I know is that he's a level 1 or a rank 1 Xyz. His effect is unaffected by other card effects. Alright, cool. Once per turn, quick effect, detach 2 materials for the rest of this turn. This card cannot be destroyed by battle, also you take no battle damage. Oh, cool. So perfect for slapping Zeus on top of. We also play one Assembled Nightingale, which I believe lets you attack directly. This card gains 200 attack for each Xyz. This card can attack directly up to a number of times each battle phase, up to a number of Xyz materials. Once per turn during either player's turn, you detach a material. Till this end of the turn, leader less monsters cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Also, you take no battle damage. So that's really cool. She can swing directly. She can protect herself, much like Kinkinashi over here. Then we also play one Downerd and one Zeus. These are like what I highly recommend because both of these kind of do the same thing, where they can't be destroyed by battle or card effect. And then this one just says you don't take damage, so that's cool. So this one's honestly a little better. But anyways, so the thing is, you make a rank 1, you make this, you swing directly with it, you go main phase 2, you slap the Downerd on it, and then you slap this. And what that does, that gives you a 4 material Zeus. Because you'll have the 2 materials under the Nightingale, and then you'll have another material with Downerd, so that's 2, 4, and then Zeus, so you can double it. I kind of like how people are using Zeus and like they're finding ways to fit all this stuff into their extra deck, but it makes me feel like Zeus is kind of like this really strange boss monster that it's like, oh, well, I have like 5 slots in my extra deck, because you see right here, he's eaten up 4 slots just for this guy. And it's like, realistically, how often am I going to summon it? The really cool thing about Zeus is you can totally tribute this along with Union Carrier for the ritual spell, because it checks attack points on light machines, not levels. So that's it for the extra deck. That's also it for the deck. This is a really cool deck. This is a really cheap deck. It's actually strangely affordable aside from the Novas, but Novas are only like 40 bucks right now, so you're investing 40, 80, 120. You could probably buy, and then the rest of this deck is dirt cheap aside from, so you could get this deck for like 190, and then you could get Virtual World for like 160. Like, it's a very small margin between the 2 decks. So realistically, pick your poison what deck you want to play, I guess. Like, if you're picking up a good a good deck this format, because both the best decks, Drytron and Virtual World, are extremely cheap, and I believe they're extremely close in price, because like I said, I think this deck's about 190, 180, and then you can get Virtual World for like, so the Lulus are 60 for a playset, and like, yeah, you could get that for like 130, 160, in that range. Anyways, that all said, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys thought about this deck in the comments below. Like I said, I do not have a Natasha in here, but I will be sure to fix that pretty soon. I will see you in the next video.